Welcome back to Detroit Garage, part 6 of the ZF6 swap on a Detroit 453T. We've got it mounted up, and now I need to make the hole for the starter. So we'll do that on this video. We've got the flywheel installed. The adapter for that is made. The adapter for the ZF6 is made. The housing's modified. And all I've got to do now is the starter. So I'll take you through those steps. So let's get started, shall we?
Let's give them 2 extra.
This one here?
Yep. And then your way.
I didn't film it, but we worked on the flywheel. I just cut the counterweight off, smoothed it out, and then statically balanced it. I used a hard drive magnet and just one bolt to get it within reason, you know, enough to start it up and test. So pretty happy with that. It basically doesn't move. Once you put it in a position, it stays there. Or is it gonna lie to me? Huh? Let's see if it stops rotating. Yeah, there you go. So it'll stop in any position you put it in now. So that's pretty smooth. So we'll lift the ZF6 off with little Jimmy here and get started on this starter. We're going to use that 6-liter starter there. So we're getting close. This has been a long endeavor. It's turning out to be quite the project. So I really want to finish it up. Mount this housing on the silver 453T. For those of you that are new to the channel, I found this engine up north of here by a few hours and bought it for scrap basically, and rebuilt it and dynoed it for 30 hours on the dyno, and we got it up to an honest 170 horse and 700 foot-pounds of torque. So I did obtain better results at 280 and 700-ish foot-pounds of torque, but we're just going to call it 270 and 700 foot-pounds of torque, and that should be really nice. So we're just going to start it up and test it. The ZF6, I might mount it up too. I got it to turn. It was locked up, but I've got it to turn, so I might fill it full of fluid and just run it in neutral with the clutch and everything on it to see. And then I'll take that flywheel down to Chris's and turn it and get it a little bit more accurate, and then send it out to the shop, the machine shop, for balancing. So. So there's the adapter. I think that's going to work out really nice. It's mild steel, cold rolled. I'll see how that works after I've tested it and everything, but so far so good. It's pretty nice. So we'll put the flywheel back down, torque it down, and then start drilling holes for this. think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scribe this out and use the plexiglass piece. Cut it first. Because I have it. So maybe cut the plexiglass first and try it on the flywheel and see where the starter lines up. All right, this is what I've done. I've scribed the center in there. This is 3.5 inches. And then I've got to cut out a spot for this piece to fit the shaft from the starter motor. Okay, so here it is, just clamped on, and now I'll put it on the housing and see. I've got to cut this piece off right here. So that's gonna have to come off to fit the starter. So here's the section I gotta cut out of the housing to make that fit. So I'm just gonna use the grinder for that. I'll scribe this and then cut. All right, there it is, hogged out. So, got to fit the starter now. Okay, we're just cutting the hole out for the starter now. So, using a hole dozer, 3-inch. All right, guys, well, we've drilled the holes, and I made a 3/16 inch spacer plate to get the flywheel at the correct height from the starter. And I've just got it clamped down. I still have to finish making some mounts here and drilling the holes, but it's pretty solid, so let's give it a go, shall we? Yeah, I think that's nice. All right, guys, well, it is finished. We've got the starter mounted, got the correct clearance. I had to put a 3/4 inch shim in here to get the pinion at the right height. Here, I'll set that up. I'll show you guys here. So the pinion, I had full tooth on the pinion before, and I posted that up, and some of the guys are saying that it's gonna wear the starter out. So I put a 1/4 inch shim in here and brought this down to 2/3 basically engagement. So That's really happy. So I'm happy with that. And what we'll do now is set the transmission back down. And then I'll pull this off and tack it on so it's a solid piece. And it's finished. So happy times indeed. So the starter's all installed now. We put the transmission back down and it is ready to go. I just have to tack this spacer in that I made and we're done. So happy indeed. Now what I need to do is pull the housing off and repair the damage I did in here. I had to cut open. I had to cut an area for the starter to fit. And now I have to strengthen that up with some bronze rod. So we'll build that back up for a little bit more support on the adapter plate. But yeah, happy with the results. Turned out nice. All right, so the flywheel's on. You can't really see it in there, but so the flywheel's bolted on, and we'll give it a quick test. So we're getting awfully close to putting the housing on the Silver Series 453T and starting it up. All right, let's give it a go. Awesome. I like it. So there you have it, guys. The starter's installed. It's about 2/3 pinion engagement, 2/3 to 3/4. So I'm really happy with that. And I've got the clearances right, so the backlash is good. And should be a happy starter. So I'll repair the damage I did on the housing, build the strength back up in there again, and then we'll mount it up on the Silver Series 453T and test it. We'll test start it for the first time. So very happy with the results. And again, thanks for checking in, and we'll catch you on the next video. Take care.